Alright, yo, so check this out. We about to dive into this this next video, Montgomery Riverfront Park. It was an altercation containing, you know, a black security officer and some other boaters that was on the river. The security officer, he asked them some questions, or supposedly asked them to move their pontoon boat. They refused, and this is what happened. So we about to discuss this, and I'm about to react to this video. You got any comments? Leave them below. You got any questions? Leave them below, and we're gonna try to get to the bottom of this. Let's talk about it, baby. That's when it happened. He threw off his hat and got into it with this guy. As you can see, the other guy's friends jumped into it.
In Montgomery, history was made.
So, from what I understand, the guy swimming in the river, he worked at the same place the security guy did, at this riverboat, this riverfront.
Pummeling one black man turned into an all-out brawl.
Right. Look at this. Look at this. Gave him that smoke.
They scared. Look at them. They scared.
That's crazy. It's crazy. And that's all staff. That's all riverfront staff on his ass.
That what you get. That what you get. Oh.
Right.
Then those who started it got on their horses and ran. And how did it all start? The boat on your screen is the Harriet II riverboat. The white folks parked their pontoon boat in the Harriet's reserved spot. When the black man in a white t-shirt,
Right.
who is a dock worker, asked them to move, they got confrontational, shoved him, and started the melee by jumping him.
She went behind. She better behind the wall. In the wall.
That's crazy.
Cause y'all were wrong.
Look at the staff. He hitting him with that smoke, bro.
You some.
You better run. You better run. You don't know what you started, baby. You got the cops there with tasers out. Imagine them tasing somebody, they fall in the river.
It would only get worse. Right in front of the Harriet,
they tase somebody, they fall in the river.
Right when they appeared to end, one man winds up and takes a shot at the dude in stripes. The women start getting into
crazy,
folks
bro.
are falling down left and right. Then one man starts going WWE style tactics, picking up a folding chair and swinging it at the shirtless white dude who attempted to punch.
They got the old woman in the red dress and she on the ground.
Unfortunately, the chair swinging individual saw a woman down on the ground after her own participation and saw an easy target. Thus, he swung the chair on the top of her head.
Damn!
She would be placed in handcuffs along with many, many others. The significance of this moment.
When you look at Riverfront Park, you see it's off the coast of a river, of course. At a part of the Alabama River, where the Horseshoe Bend is, where Riverfront Park is, used to be an auction block. Our ancestors were transported up that river, unloaded there, and sold.
Right.
And for context, so many black people were enslaved and sold in this part of the Alabama River.
So with that being said, it was already some animosity built up inside these people. Like some spiritual type thing. I think they felt the disrespect already just about being on that riverfront. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what happened. And I don't know what the security officer said to that white dude that started, but I don't know if he was polite or the white dude was just been out there drinking on the boat, you know, sunburned and shit, back all hot and red. I don't know. But that shit seems like he couldn't have said too much. But what caused the white guy's friends to jump into this shit? You know what I'm saying? So it had to be some type of spiritual realm or some type of spiritual animosity about that shit. Going way back to our ancestors and shit. So just think about that. I mean, it had to be a lot of deaths on that riverfront, a lot of spirit activity. So let's continue with the video.
River by the riverfront, that they had to build depots to warehouse them like objects until it was their time to go to the auction.
Historian Mercrim3 on TikTok puts everyone on game.
This is a city resonant with the history of racial strife. The first White House of the Confederacy. Statues and memorials to Confederate leaders. The church where Martin Luther King Jr. preached. The bus stop where Rosa Parks became a symbol of resistance.
On February 4th, 1861,
They diving deep into this shit. We about to get a history lesson. Y'all pay attention. Everybody needs to be up on their history. I got A's in history in school, so I'm a big history advocate.
delegates from the seceded southern states convened in Montgomery, Alabama, to establish the Confederate States of America. Montgomery was selected as the Confederate capital, and the William Sayre home chosen as the first White House of the Confederacy.
As Krim stated, per the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, downtown Montgomery was once a major center of the domestic slave trade in the antebellum South. Enslaved people were transported on the river, unloaded at the dock, marched up Commerce Street, and sold off at the market on Court Square.
You see a lot of those type of scenes in movies, you know, where they have people, well, black people in chains and Africans in chains and being sold on that block. But imagine being at a location that actually happened. How would you feel? Like, you know, you got to feel some type of way. You got to feel something from your ancestors. Everybody's connected in the ridiculous ways. Everybody's connected, bro.
The numbers, obviously daunting. In 1820, Alabama was home to 41,879 slaves. By 1860, the population swelled to more than 435,000, among the largest population of enslaved black people in America. That same year, Alabama's capital had more slave trading spaces than it did churches and hotels, wrote Lonely Planet. Montgomery was a hub for slave trade, thanks to the easy transport via railroads and the Alabama River located blocks from the museum. There are markers installed all throughout the city detailing the markets, warehouses, where Jefferson Davis was inaugurated, a sign describing the slave trade by train and by ship, and more. Brian Stevenson, executive director of the Montgomery-based nonprofit legal firm Equal Justice Initiative, told USA Today in 2013, "You can't understand civil rights or the Civil War without an appreciation of slavery and what the slave trade did to places like Montgomery."
And of course, this right here used to be a place where our ancestors, maybe their direct ancestors, were sold like objects, like animals, and it was possibly done by their ancestors. That's a hell of a perspective right there.
The town's mayor, Stephen L. Reed, put out a statement which read in part, "Warrants are being signed and justice will be served. We should not become desensitized to violence of any kind in our community. Those who choose violent actions will be held accountable." Via 11 Alive, we saw a glimpse of what was to come.
That's the lady that got hit in the head with the chair. I wonder what happened to the dude that hit her. I mean, she was already down on the ground. She down for the count. And dude just came over, WWE, bing! I think the cops jumped on his ass immediately, put him in handcuffs. What the fuck is you doing?
The person who jumped in the water to help was identified as 16-year-old Aaron, who swam to aid his coworker. A statement from the family publicist read in part from Aaron, "It's what I was taught to do." He was labeled a cherished young hero who selflessly came to the rescue of a fellow colleague, showing courage beyond his years.
That's crazy.
One man has been identified as Chase Shipman, owner of Vassar's Mini Mart, because, well, he identified himself on social media as being at the scene. Some users dug into Vassar's and found a photo that allegedly came from the store, which read to the backlash, "I don't need you people's money. I prefer the superior white dollars."
What?
Thus,
What? Bro, I don't care. Money is money. It all spend the same way, then you broke. What the fuck is you talking about, dude?
Views are pouring in, so take that as you wish. This is a developing story. We'll keep you posted as more names are released and arrests are made.
Arrest them motherfuckers. All right, so that's the end of the story. This story broke, I think it was Sunday. I know because I was on my phone on Facebook and Sunday night preparing for this work week, and I seen it. And I couldn't get to it yesterday, but I got it for y'all today. So let me know what you guys think about this story and what happened in Montgomery, Alabama. You know, leave a comment. Let me know what happened, what y'all think. Until then, I'm out, baby.